All right, welcome back to another episode of the Thumb Strong podcast. Today we're going to be doing a follow-up episode on the last two. So the last two episodes that we did, we talked about Food Inc. and Food Inc. 2, kind of really diving into our food industry and talking a lot about ultra-processed foods and how most of the foods that are on the shelves today have added sugars and are highly processed, which just are not healthy for us as a country. So today we wanted to make this follow-up episode about healthier alternatives. So where can you turn to, whether it's going into a store or online, to get healthier food options? Anything from whole meals to individual ingredients, even household products. Today are made with a lot of different chemicals and things like that, so you can actually find some of these stores will have healthier products with, without all the harmful chemicals that we're putting not only in our body but also on our body with our laundry detergents.
Like shampoos.
Yeah, shampoos, laundry detergents.
Like kitchen cleaning.
Yep. Cleaning products.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So we kind of broke it down into three categories that I wanted to do. So Category 1 is going to be grocery store alternatives, both online and in person. The Category 2 is going to be more meal kits, so think of like the recipe delivery boxes such as HelloFresh. We're going to go into some other options as well. And then option 3 would be actual meal prep delivery services. So those have gotten really popular over the last few years. That's where you're actually getting like a lunch or a dinner or a breakfast shipped to you, vacuum sealed containers. You just pop it in the microwave and you've got your meal. So we're going to kind of dive into a few different good options for each, talk about the pros and stuff like that, what our recommendations would be to hopefully help you guys find some healthier alternatives to just going to, the closest store such as Walmart for most of us. But even so, like, there are a lot of really good options at Walmart. I mean, you can still find really good options. So there's even just tips that we can give you on grocery shopping itself that will help.
Yeah.
So we'll dive into section 1, which is kind of like the breaking down purchasing groceries and stuff. So let's go over section 1, Bethany, and then we'll go into our first category.
So just to break down our filter of what we're considering like a better option, focusing on ingredient quality and transparency in whether that's like food processing, different things like that, where it's sourced from, so whether it's organic or just responsible practices, pasture raised, grass fed, fewer additives, things like that. Also less processing, so shorter ingredient lists or more natural ingredient lists, not a bunch of additives with that. Make sure that it's accessible and affordable. So you can pay an expensive amount of money for health foods, but it's like, where is it worth it to spend more? Where is it worth it to save more? Trying to make it as balanced and accessible as possible. How flexible things are, so whether you can skip or pause certain subscriptions easily. How easy it is to customize things based on your goals and preferences, and then also sustainability as far as like packaging, food waste, when possible, which no single store or option is perfect or like a catch-all. We were kind of talking about this. Like, we wish there was just one store you could go to for all your things, but like really, realistically, you're going to have things from different stores, online outlets, things like that.
Yeah, if you're trying to get the best of every type of product, like whether it's like baking goods or like farm fresh foods, like maybe you go to the Mennonite store for like fresh produce and things, but you go to Walmart for like your healthy, quick frozen meals or like cleaning products. Because I don't think the Mennonite store has cleaning products or anything like that.
Oh, they do.
They got a lot of stuff over there.
I normally don't have like all your everyday stuff.
Right,
though.
they don't have everything there. And is it a better price at Walmart? Probably, too.
Yeah, right.
So it's like...
So there's certain things that like you said, like there's certain items that you want to spend the extra couple dollars on per serving, And then there's certain items that aren't going to matter as much, where you can still save your money,
Yeah.
get the most convenient, cheapest, lowest price.
Along the lines of sustainability too, is like sometimes I think about where the money's going that I'm spending on this product, right?
Yeah, like
Is this company a big corporation, and then the product next to it maybe is like a Michigan brand or a Michigan company of honey, right? Just something small like that. And sometimes that I might choose that Michigan. I usually do, as long as it's not like a extreme pay gap.
Yeah.
In that, or like sometimes some of these big companies have a bad rap of morals, like how they treat their workers or things like that.
Yeah,
so that's one thing to kind of think about.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like as a business owner, especially, like here's a great example. Like Mickey, he owns the health store. Like I'd rather go and buy supplements from him. Even if it was a little bit more expensive than like going to Walmart and getting my supplements, my vitamins, minerals, whatever supplements you're getting, supporting more local businesses and stuff like that, because that's only going to allow more options to come available if we start diversifying a little bit from these huge corporations such as Walmart. To get more options, you've got to actually spread your wings a little bit and actually start to buy from other areas too.
Yeah.
Right? It's not all about just saving as much money, because then you don't have as good options, right?
Yeah.
So,
speaking on that, moving into the next part is the better grocery stores.
Yep.
So, when you're able to cook from scratch but have better inputs, better ingredients, what stores to look for, things like that. So, let's see, this kind of goes into the online ones, but there's also some brick and mortar ones we'll go into as well. So, some online grocery stores, which we've looked into a little bit. One is Thrive Market. So it's a ships nationally. It's online pantry and frozen foods. So it has like a curated Better For You catalog, some different like dietary filters if you're doing a specific diet, gluten-free, paleo, any of that type of stuff if you want to do that, or dairy-free. There's a lot of really good dairy-free options on there for sauces, seasonings. They have endless amounts of snacks, pantry items, things like that come from a little bit better companies and organizations, a little bit smaller companies too.
yeah.
Cleaning supplies and pet food even.
Yeah, even things like
I
that.
think they have pet food.
And you're just gonna find like cleaner ingredients and less ingredients in total. More gluten free and soy free, lactose free, like that kind of stuff. You're just gonna be able to kind of narrow it down to what you need and what you want.
Yeah,
which
it
is
just
how
makes
it's
it a
cool.
lot easier.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I especially like Primal Kitchen, for their like sauces and seasonings. They have a lot of really good options with that. But yeah, Thrive Market just has a lot of different general options you can choose from as far as different frozen meals. If you don't want to cook anything, you just want to buy some frozen stuff. They have some better quality frozen meals that you could get as well for a pretty decent price, like $6 to $7 a meal.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Let's see. Next one is Azure Standard. So it's like natural organic. I think we looked that one up. It's a little bit pricier.
Yeah. Anyways, I'd never heard of it before, actually.
Yeah. So that's also something to look into. A little
Similar
more
to Thrive Market, though, where it has listed in different categories of products that you would see at the store. And you can kind of go through and search them, and it's kind of already, like we talked about, filtered through those different channels of like sustainability and preservatives or additives. It's filtered through that for you already, similar to Thrive Market.
Yeah. And it says here like it's probably best for like bulk prices. So if you're doing a bulk order, you might get a better price.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So it's good for families and meal preppers. You might have to, store a lot, like either in a freezer or in your pantry. But if you're doing like a monthly bulk order, that could be a good place to go, it looks like. So yeah, number 3? Misfits?
Misfits Market. So this one's really cool. It helps to reduce food waste because it takes either slightly blemished or imperfect fruits and vegetables that are perfectly good and safe to eat. They just don't fit like industry standard for like shape, or it's like, it has one little scar on it, and so they don't want to sell it in the store, but it's perfectly fine to eat because it's on the outside of a fruit or something. So it helps to reduce food waste and helps, offers organic produce, meats, and goods, typically at a discounted value. So it's great for, if you had get a box of those, find things that are in season that's going to be a little bit cheaper. So shopping seasonally is going to be best for that. But the selection kind of varies week to week, so it's not always super consistent of what they have available.
I wonder where they get them from. Should have looked into that.
They probably just get it from
I bet they get it
farms.
from all over.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, this is all of your rejections, but still
Yeah.
safe to eat type of thing. But yeah, that's a cool resource with that one. ButcherBox.
Yeah, I
Like
like
you
this
looked
one.
into that one a little bit more.
I actually did this for a little while. So
Yeah.
they have 100% grass-fed, grass-finished beef. They've got free-range organic chicken. They have wild-caught seafood. And they have clear sourcing standards. So it's coming from, reputable sources. So this is great for definitely your lean meats, I would say, for sure. So instead of going up and getting, your meat from your local store like Walmart or something like that, this is going to be a lot healthier for you. You get it shipped right to your house. The only downside, I would say, you're going to want a large freezer because you are going to. It's definitely beneficial to get a decent amount at a time. You can pick your frequency and what you want in there for your meats and stuff. So if you have a deep freezer at home or a second fridge maybe in the garage or something, this could be a great resource to go to get really good high quality meats, and then you can store it and have it for months at a time or a month at a time, however long you need. So, but I would get steaks and beef and chicken from them, and yeah, it's really good. It comes individually packaged and frozen.
I was gonna say even Costco, if you've got they offer some of the grass-fed, grass-finished beef.
Yep.
If you buy that in bulk, you
Yeah.
can save a good amount there too.
So that's another great point. If you get into kind of the brick and mortar,
Oh yeah.
if you made a monthly trip to Costco instead of going grocery shopping every single week, or some people probably grocery shop every few days.
Yeah.
If you made a monthly trip down to, is there a Costco in Port Huron or no? Where's the closest Costco?
Closest one's either Midland or
There's one in Saginaw.
Is there?
Yeah, there's one in Saginaw.
Okay. So yeah, you're looking at least a 60-minute drive, but if you did it once a month and stocked up on your essentials, that could be a very, very good strategy.
Is that the one you need a membership for?
Yes.
No. Oh, you do?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I know Sam's Club.
Costco and Sam's Club, you need a membership.
Okay. Yeah.
But you can get some stuff delivered as well.
Okay.
Unless you get gas there and everything with that too.
Sure.
They have their own gas station. Yeah.
Yep.
I just wanted to say.
But if you have a family and you buy in bulk and stuff like that, you can offset whatever cost it is for the membership.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go into more brick and
In-person
mortar,
stuff,
in-person grocery stores that would be good options too.
Yeah. Number one, local in-season food.
Yeah.
So little country markets
Yep.
or vegetable stands.
My mom's been getting. I actually had it last night. It was acorn squash. Holy smokes, it was that good. It was from the, I think the Amish little stand right past the Mennonite store.
Yep.
On 46 West. Have you seen that before?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I've never been out there, but she's gone out there quite a bit lately, and they have fresh stuff there. It was good.
Yeah. There's Lang's Country Market. They have their little stand on the corner of Deckerville and 19.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
It's actually they got lots of stuff.
You know how many, it's crazy how many people have chickens now. There's a very good chance that you will find somebody or just drive by somebody that's selling eggs, free range or eggs, and a lot of people just have them in their backyards. They're eating grass and bugs and whatnot. They're not just fed, feed all day long. But my brother, he's got probably 16 chickens or so, and we get eggs from him every week, and they're delicious. There's a huge difference between free range eggs than the store bought white eggs. It's crazy. Even we get the organic cage free at Walmart, and you can tell the color and the density of the yolk how much less nutrient dense it is than the ones that he has. It's not in taste. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
So another good tip there, just get your eggs from somewhere around here. Somebody's got them.
Do you use local harvest? So, just like a map to show different like markets and farm stands and stuff like that nationwide, or the USDA local food directories. That's another way that you can look it up too.
Well, that's cool. So you can just Google. You can go to that site and then find all the local markets. That's
local
sweet.
food near you.
Cool.
Yep, pretty cool. Some more like brick and mortar regional grocery shopping. Aldi. I could talk about Aldi so long. It's probably my favorite store. I'm so sad that there isn't one that's closer. But if I'm ever buy one, I will take a trip there, just because their meat's better quality than like whatever you would find at Walmart. It's usually a better price. They have really good deals that go on. They still have a nice ad that comes out each week, and they have some different specialties. Their produce is always really good and good quality and good price. And then just different staples like your oats, your beans, lentils, all that kind of stuff is going to be a little bit cheaper than Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
So you actually get away a little bit cheaper at Aldi compared to Walmart. And it's better sourced. And
Where's the closest one at?
from here, technically Caro.
Oh,
It's closest.
that's not bad.
There's one in Caro, Lapeer,
It's not too bad.
So they're all within an hour.
Port Huron.
Yeah, all within an hour. That's good.
Yeah, they got a lot of them. So it's
So
actually 45 minutes out to Caro.
Yeah, Carol's not far at all.
No.
Yeah.
That could be your monthly trip. I mean,
Mhm.
it'll be worth it for a lot of people actually.
Yeah, like a monthly trip there, between there, like Costco or Sam's Club or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we were kind of doing that for a little bit of like, I'd carpool with my roommate, and then we would go
Yeah.
and shop at Sam's Club and Aldi and TJ Maxx. 'Cause, you know,
Yeah, of course.
Of course, if you're in
Yeah,
the city.
it's out there.
Yeah.
But that way, like, we could stop up on staple stuff and then get fresh food, more so from like Walmart or whatever was available, or the midnight store, things like that. Let's see, Meijer was another good option. They usually have a good produce section. They
They
got
do.
wide product selection. I really don't go to Meijer too much anymore.
There's a lot more stuff than Walmart too. A lot more
Yeah,
variety.
that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, a little more close.
That's where I always went when I lived in Saginaw.
Yep.
Kroger. I think the closest one was maybe Emily City. Was there another one?
Not 100% sure. Yeah.
Um,
But they always had a really good produce section too.
yeah, they're usually pretty good on prices. And then Country View,
Yeah.
local bulk foods.
Yeah.
I mean, they have sales each week, and you know, it's a local business, and people are always there.
Yeah.
But especially your bulk spices, that's a good place to get if you want spices.
Yeah.
That's really good too. You know, like baking stuff, all like your ingredients, I think are a good staple to get there. Sometimes they'll have like sales depending on the week. Or like a local butcher, like Outback.
Yeah.
That's
To get your meat for the year.
yeah.
pretty much.
yeah.
You can get a quarter or half beef. And,
Yeah,
or
and
whole
we'll
beef
get like
and,
40 pounds of chicken breast at a time for like $2 a pound.
Yeah, so if you had a deep freezer, that'd be a good
Yeah.
way to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Want me to
Next
go on
segment,
to
yeah.
segment 3? Okay.
Meal kits.
This one I'm kind of excited for. Actually, I'm excited for the next two because I think it just makes life a lot easier.
Yeah.
So if you want more simplicity, like, because we understand that a lot of our members, one of the biggest reasons why they have a hard time eating healthier is just because of timing, right? It's just hard. They're always on the go. They probably have kids in sports and in school and both work full-time jobs, etc. So something that Katie and I actually do is we do HelloFresh for usually 3 to 4 meals a week. And I just found, because of Bethany, thank you, Bethany,
You're welcome.
Green Chef is owned by HelloFresh, and it's a little bit healthier standard, a little healthier foods, more organics, more grass-fed meats than HelloFresh. So we might try that out for our next order.
Is it more
But
expensive?
it's like $1 more a serving or something
Much,
like
yeah.
that. She said 50 cents more a serving or something.
Yeah.
So it's just a little bit more expensive, but it's a little bit higher quality.
Similar
So
meals.
yeah, I think so. Yep.
Yeah.
So these are awesome. Some examples like Green Chef or HelloFresh, Sunbasket, and Blue Apron. So these are all going to be, you can go on there and either pick different meal recipes, and I think you can set it up as basically a recurring membership where they'll just send you a box every week. You can pick whether you want 2 meals, 3 meals, 4 meals, or 7 meals, and then how many servings in each meal. So if you've got, you and your spouse and maybe 2 kids, you could do 3 servings or 4 servings. So you pick your servings, how many meals you want, and it ships you all the ingredients with a instruction sheet on how to cook everything. Most meals are like 25 to 45 minutes to cook, so it's not, and that's with prep and everything, so doesn't take long. They're delicious. Like Katie and I have been doing it for probably, 2 or 3 years at least, maybe longer than that. I don't know how time flies anymore, so I don't really know.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're always delicious. Never really had a bad meal. A lot of them are really, really good. So that's great for, if there's a couple nights where maybe you don't have enough time, or if you just don't even want to think about what to make. It's nice to have even just for a couple nights a week. You have a nice healthy meal with the family. You don't have to worry about going out and getting all the ingredients and prepping and stuff. It just comes ready to go. We can kind of go into like the pros and cons, or like what the good things are for each of those maybe.
Yeah.
So as I mentioned, like Green Chef, certified organic meal kit company, so organic produce, grass-fed, proteins and meats and stuff like that. So if you want kind of more organic produce, cleaner ingredients, easier to fit into your diet preference. So if like keto, plant-based, high protein, you can kind of categorize it. And it is like a slightly higher cost than HelloFresh. The other recommendation, HelloFresh is fine in my opinion compared to most fast food.
Right.
Yeah.
Better than fast food.
Right, for sure.
The next one, so Sunbasket. I don't think we've tried this. The healthy and flexible. So basically, what stands out with them? Also organic, sustainable-minded sourcing. So good sourced meats and stuff like that. And you can do heat meat single servings as well. So basically, like already made, you just throw it in the microwave. They have those options. Yep. Blue Apron is the other one. So they have a really big variety, usually lower calorie. It's also a little bit more cost conscious. So maybe if you're looking for a little bit more lower budget one, looks like that might be a good option as well. So yeah, those are really good options for kind of the meal kit. If you want just a recipe delivered, not to think about that, those are going to be good for you.
Yeah.
Have you guys tried anything like that before?
Yeah, I've done HelloFresh before.
I have too. I really liked it.
Yeah.
Taught me how to cook.
But yeah, that's another good thing is like once you do it for a while, and you can just keep the recipe sheets, and then once you get good at it and kind of get like your favorite meals, maybe a 5 to 10 of your favorite meals, then you could go down and make a trip to Costco or Aldi or Kroger or Meijer, get all the ingredients, and then you've got all these recipes that you can cook really healthy meals with. So it's not like it's something that you have to do forever. That's what some people. I think they're a little apprehensive to do it because maybe it is a little bit costly. But like, if it teaches you how to cook and you get all these amazing ingredients, you can do it for a couple months and then do it yourself, right?
Yeah, and usually your first few boxes or subscriptions, whatever, is cheaper.
Super cheap, yeah.
So it's worth it just to try it out at least, because it is relatively cheap when you have that discount code. So at least you can take that and learn from it and be like, oh, okay, I liked this, or you can see if it's worth it for you. If you really, really liked it, then you're like, oh, okay, this saves me so much time or mental energy of what I'm going to cook.
Yep.
Then go with that.
Yep.
Let's see. Ready to go to the next segment?
Yeah.
All right. So the next one is fully prepared meal prep delivery. So just heat and eat, comes frozen or fresh, but like in a refrigerated box, basically with dry ice. I've done a few different of these, and I know you've You still get meals?
I don't right now, but not opposed to it at all. I highly recommend it. If you are somebody that's really busy on the go, maybe doesn't have time to get or make lunch, stuff like that. So we'll talk about where I would recommend them all at the end, but we can kind of go into each some of the best options for people.
Yes. So yeah, top options are Factor. Factor's great. They arrive fresh, not frozen. They've got a huge menu. It all tastes really good.
Mm-hmm. I would say that's one thing with Factor. They taste really, really good.
Yeah, they do. So yeah, I mean, for the convenience, the price really isn't too bad. And you can select for like how much protein you want. You can change which meals you want. You know, you can have as much variety or simplicity as you like.
The one thing with Factor I would say is it's probably not going to be the healthiest of the meal prep services, but it definitely tastes really, really good. And it's going to be healthier than
the
other.
lowest calorie.
Yeah.
So, because
Yeah.
typically they're a little bit higher in fat than some other ones like Trifecta.
And they'll have a little bit more like sauces and stuff like that. It seems
Yeah.
like, and seasonings. Yeah.
Yeah, it's never anything outrageous. Like
No.
you can select for it when
Yeah.
you're choosing the meal. Like
Yep.
you can say, oh, under this many calories or something per meal. Trifecta, so very fitness forward, some organic emphasis, some gluten-free recipes. Definitely very like, all right, hitting those macros, like getting that very specifically. So if you want it to be very simple with like, okay, like mix chicken, rice, broccoli, whatever, you can just get those. I'm sure taste probably isn't the best, so you might want to have like some sauces or seasonings to go with it. And then Icon meals. I like the Icon meals.
So did I.
That's the ones we used to eat, right?
Yeah, I ate that for a long time, and what I like about it is they do have a full menu of really good meals for lunch, dinner, and breakfast, actually. But the other one I really liked was the customized. So you could pick your protein and how many ounces you want. You can pick your carb, how many ounces you want, and your vegetable, and then how much you want. So you could really customize it, and it automatically spit out the macros, so you knew exactly how many calories, protein, carbs, and fats you were getting. So I would always do like beef, broccoli, and potatoes, and then I would just throw a little bit of barbecue sauce on there. So that's great if like you don't mind seasoning it with whatever you like, because it doesn't come seasoned unless you get like their seasoning with it on the side or something. But I just always use my own. You can also, what's cool with them is like you could get bulk protein, carb, or vegetable. So like if you just want to get bulk, steak, beef, fish, chicken, they'll send you big packages and it's cheaper. And then you can just use that for your own meal prep. Is basically the idea. Yep. So yeah, I really like Icon. They have good food.
And the last one is FlexPro Meals. So I've done this one before. It's definitely more budget friendly and macro oriented. So like protein, carbs, fats is listed on each recipe. Just one thing to note, like they don't have any of the organic or different certifications and things like that. So it's a good option as far as just like having something better than fast food, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's not the like best of best options.
Right. Another one that has been really popping up all over, and I have not tried it. I haven't looked into it too much, but Tempo is all over the internet right now. I don't know if you've looked into it at all.
I've seen a bunch of ads for it, but
yeah.
No.
But there is a lot of them out there. The only thing I would say is just look up and see, like, okay, are they actually using high quality sources, and look for, okay, is it organic or not? Grass fed, grass finished beef is always important to try to look for that kind of stuff. When you're looking for some alternatives for these meals and stuff. But, yeah. So that's it on that, eh?
Yeah.
So, section 5 here. So how do you pick your mix? So if you love cooking, then obviously some of those first options are going to be good for you. We just, maybe using like Thrive Market, ButcherBox, Azure Standard, where you're getting the healthier groceries and then you can cook it yourself. If you want to cook less, that's where, stuff like the meal kits or the ready, the heat and eat meals are going to be really good. So like the Green Chef, the Sunbasket, the Factor, the Icon meals, that kind of stuff.
It basically takes the planning out of it
Yeah.
for like, the Green Chef or any of the
Yeah.
meal kits. You still have to cook all of it and
Yeah.
prep it, but
Yeah.
if you're, if you don't mind that part,
Yeah.
but if you're like, oh, I just don't want to plan it, I just want it to be bought for me, sent to my house, and I'll take care of it.
Yeah. If you don't want to cook at all, that's where the Trifecta, the Factor, and that kind of comes in, where it's already sent to you. Tight budget, Misfits Market, like she said, that's where basically they take all the produce with the blemishes that aren't like meeting the standard of looks, but it's still a fine food to eat. You can get discounted produce and stuff like that, which is cool. Thrive Market's going to be another good one where you can just get your standard ingredients that you'd find at Walmart, but a healthier brand with healthier ingredients, usually less ingredients. One thing I'll mention on that too is like here's a great example. It's like the cereal aisle. So when you grab your name brand cereal, so your catalogs and stuff like that, a lot of cereals contain an ingredient called like BHT, which is absolutely terrible for you. And what's funny is Great Value, which is like the off-brand version, usually doesn't have that as many bad ingredients. Yeah, so look at the labels, and actually sometimes like the off-brand cereals and stuff like that will actually be a little bit healthier and cheaper, which is funny. They just probably don't taste quite as good, but they're not going to taste as good because they don't have garbage ingredient as many.
It's like Aldi's whole thing, right? It's like off-brand stuff. But it's,
Yeah.
So just because it's off-brand doesn't mean you have to like discredit it or it's worse for you. It's actually sometimes, in some cases, better.
Yeah.
So I just figured I would give you that quick tip. So how to buy better, read the labels, the sourcing matters. I would say, try to like plan for one upgrade each week. So maybe it's, maybe you do a little bit of shopping online. Maybe you try out a meal delivery service, or maybe you're just
maybe your condiments. You're gonna start
switching out your condiments,
Yeah,
little things at a time, right?
Yeah.
And try some different things out. So
Do the trials.
yeah.
Take advantage of discounts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like your first order, right, for HelloFresh, Green Chef, all those, a lot of those, it's 50% off.
Yeah,
so
or you
get,
get like free stuff with it, or like
Yep.
ButcherBox sends you free stuff in
Yep.
the first order, I think.
yeah, you get a bunch of free meats and stuff like that in your first order. Yeah, so it's definitely worth trying this stuff out, you guys.
And even after the first month you don't want it anymore, it's like, all right, cool, cancel it. And
Yep.
Get a bunch of free
no
stuff.
problem. Yeah.
And the other thing I'll say is you are going to mix and match and probably use all three of these categories in some circumstances. For example, what I did for a really long time is I'm going to be obviously shopping as clean ingredients as I can at Walmart, or we're going to try out Thrive Market, or if Katie's got a hair appointment and she stops at Meijer, we get our groceries. We're still going to get your groceries somewhere, right? Your main stuff. And that'll be for like our breakfast. I get my eggs from my brother. Any of our snacks, stuff like that. Usually, we're gonna still get from a grocery store, either online or in brick and mortar in person. Dinners, maybe like I said earlier, 2, 3, 4 dinners a week. You do one of these meal kits, not every single day, right? Just to help improve the quality of eating at least a portion of the time, and then. What I did was like for lunches, we did the Icon meals, which was the already made heat and eat. So different times of the day, some of these options are going to come in handy. So maybe for the bulk of your nutrition, you're just getting it from a grocery store, and you still have to do a little bit of cooking and prepping and stuff. But for like maybe a few days a week, you want to have something that's already, you don't have to think about making it, or you want a simpler way to do it. You do those meal kits. Lunch, maybe you don't have time to make anything, or maybe you don't have time to prep your lunches all the time. Those heat and eats are fantastic for like a lunch option, for example. Maybe there's a couple days a week where you got to work really late. They could also be really handy for that. If you've got a stock of them in the freezer, and you're like, oh, Friday, I know I got to work late. I'm going to take one of those to work with me. So it's good to just be prepared and have this stuff on hand and try some of these different variations out.
Absolutely.
Anything else, guys?
No. Pretty much it in my head. But yeah, just find what works for you.
Yeah.
Try the different things out. Just work on making better choices. And being more knowledgeable about where your food's coming from.
Yes.
This is the end of the day.
Yeah.
Shop the perimeter at Walmart. Don't shop hungry.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Even just doing pickup helps a lot. Like doing a grocery pickup at Walmart is
That's
a
what I
huge.
do, yeah.
It helps you avoid buying stuff that you don't need because you don't have that temptation when you're walking around. Like we talked about last podcast about like the marketing that these companies go through to, draw us in to get to buy their products. It's
Right.
like if you're not going into the store, you're a lot less likely to actually buy it.
Yeah.
So, you don't need to have a perfect diet. You just need a better supply chain.
Right.
Start with one upgrade this week, build momentum, and then let us know what you try and how it works for you, would be what I would say.
Yes.
So, stay healthy, and go ahead and give this a try, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Oh, by the way, it's DeLorean's last episode.
It is.
He'll be leaving us to start a new job next week. So,
Unfortunately, the
yeah,
last one.
we're
Probably
gonna
ever.
give him a send off, unless he
Yeah.
comes on as special guest someday as a firefighter to see how he's living his life.
Yeah, I could do that.
The healthy lifestyle of a firefighter. You're
Yes.
going to be an
Yeah.
example for your whole house. You know that, right?
Yep.
So
That's the plan.
yeah. So yeah, maybe we'll do that in a few months.
Yep.
So, all right. Until next time, stay healthy. We'll see you soon.